Let's see. All right, Candace is there. All right, what's up, everybody? Hey, sorry for the delay there. Had some technical difficulties there, which I'm actually talk about here in a few about some things going on with YouTube. But anyway, what's up, everybody? I think we got quite a few people on. Let's see if we can kind of bring some more people on. Hey, if any of you guys that are in the room want to get in the panel, I guess just type in the chat window, and maybe we can get you.
Have them raise their hand.
Okay, just raise your hand, and then Lanacia add you to the panel. I think we can only have like 10, but we got 3 here, so we can at least get 7 more people if you just want to be in the panel. So if you have a webcam and of course a microphone, so if you want to kind of dialogue with this, that way you can get connected. So just kind of raise your hand if you want to be added to the panel, and we'll go ahead and get started. Today's call started. It's not going to be a long call. Just got a few things to touch on, and then we'll go from there. Candace, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, man, I saw your post earlier. I was like, man, Candace on the way to D-Town? What?
No, I had to drop my brother off.
Oh, okay. On the way to D-Town. So he's going to be down there for a few weeks?
Yeah, he's going to be down there for 2.5, almost 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So it looked like we got a few people. Rose here. What's up, Ro?
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Good, man. Good. Glad you could join us. We got a few other people, I think, that raised their hand. So I think we got a few people. We got Latanya. Marn, what's up, man? Marn Carter's on. Tony Davis. What's up, Tony? Alex is on. What's up, buddy? Raquel, Hernandez, Alicia, Ronnie. I think I skipped a few people. Hold on, let me see. Kevin, Don, Ronnie, Adrian, Robert, Denise, Clint. What's up, Clint? I think it's Shiloh, Travis. What's up? Travis Walker's on. Robert Wayne White, Josephine, Tony Brown. Hey, we got to get you on. We got to get you on the panel, Tony.
SME Florida.
Yeah, they kicking it, man. SME Florida ain't playing. A few other people. Mike is on. Ben, Brooke. I'm just trying to read the names as I'm kind of going here. If I skip you, I'll check again, guys. But I'm just kind of going through the list here. So let's go and get started, guys. I know people will be popping in as we go. Just a few things to discuss today. I don't want to keep everybody Sunday, but a few things I wanted to talk about. Here's a little note. Matter of fact, I'm going to write this down so I don't forget it. Let's see. WakeUpNow. System update. So we're going to talk about that here in a minute. I've been like crazy busy today working on some stuff. So for those that are doing YouTube marketing, here's a public safety announcement, I guess you could say. The last, I guess, week, starting, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, YouTube has really been cracking down on in terms of the videos, the content that you're putting in your videos. Kind of give you an idea, a lot of my videos on my channel got age restricted, and I tried to appeal them, and basically what that means is it just really kind of keeps people from really seeing your videos as much, and it keeps them from being as visible. So YouTube is really doing a lot of things in terms to make sure that the videos that you're actually creating and putting on YouTube have a lot of value in it. A lot of times we're always, even myself, I'll make videos simply to get somebody to opt in on a web page. Well, you really got to give it a little bit more value. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later in some additional trainings in terms of YouTube. But just to kind of let you know, so if you got some videos up and all of a sudden you get a notification from YouTube saying that your video has, violated our community guidelines or whatever. Don't get. Well, I guess you're going to be upset either way. But it's just something that YouTube is doing right now, and it's been going on throughout the industry for the past several weeks. One of my mentors, who's a heavy, big-time video YouTube marketer, one of his YouTube accounts actually got shut down a few months back, and so he's been seeing a lot going on in the industry here in the last few months, and then they finally caught up to me as well. So if you're noticing some of your videos are getting shut down or what have you, just kind of keep in mind when your video should come with 3 different parts: your intro, your content, and your call to action. And a lot of times, even what Mark said, he said that a lot of times we focus really on the call to action, really big time, versus and not giving a lot of value in the content. And what do I mean by value? Showing someone how to do something. So if we're talking about Wake Up Now, whatever, really just educating somebody on how something can work for them, how it can impact their life, something that you can educate people on that would have never known based off of if they hadn't seen your video. So I'll be making some examples and things of that nature. Just YouTube is really looking at saying, hey, we want to make sure that a lot of the videos that are out there on our website are very high value. I've been seeing a lot of you've probably seen this too on television. You've seen certain commercials where people are saying, hey, I'm a YouTube whatever marketer, and I do hair, or I'm in fashion and I'm showing people how to do fashion very good, or I'm showing people how to bake cakes and things of that nature. And well, those are high value content videos because they're showing people how to do something. And so they're really educating people. So I think that's pretty much the road that YouTube is trying to go down and trying to eliminate a lot of that trash that they have on the website. But it's just kind of weird. But we'll be talking about that a little bit later. So just wanted to drop that knowledge so you guys are aware of that. So when you're making your videos, try to really lean heavy on the content. Try to educate somebody on something. Show something that can really impact their life. And we got a lot of stuff in Wake Up Now that can impact someone's life. A lot of different products, services, not just the opportunity, but just a lot of things that can really help impact someone's life. Like, for example, I'm going to be making a video touching on TaxBot and some other videos as well. But I'm going to educate some people on a video on how TaxBot can really impact your taxes, stuff like that. That's just an example. So just kind of keep that in mind. Also, Wake Up Now, they're actually updating their system. They've got a lot of great reports and everything that we'll have access to. Because it's like right now, it's like really hard for us to even keep up with who's being promoted and who's whatever, because the way the system is, it really is just almost impossible. I mean, we could do it, but it would take hours, if not days, just to find out who's D3 or F3 or whatever, right? But they've got some new updates coming out that's going to make it easier for us to run reports to let us know who's a D3, who's an F3, who's paid, who's not paid, so on and so forth. So, matter of fact, they did a really good corporate conference call about that last Monday. So if you haven't got a chance to listen to that call, go to wakeupnow.com/blog, and you'll be able to listen to that last conference. It's wakeupnow.com/blog. Matter of fact, I know, Kyron, you listened to that whole conference. What were some of the things that you remember from that recording that they were going to be releasing that we would have access to in our system? You remember some of those points?
Yeah, Steve. So basically with the report, they're just going to show you, who's paid, who's not paid, who has their auto pay turned on, who has their auto pay turned off, whose account has been canceled. If you see them in yellow, maybe they've been canceled, just system just not having updated yet. Who's ranked to what level. Let's see what else. Pretty much everything to do with your back office, man. I mean, if you want to look levels down and want to know who's doing what, it's going to show you who's doing what. Also, they're going to come out with some more services you can use as far as the Awaken. is concerned, you want to get on like a auto ship or a monthly subscription, you'll get a discounted price on your cases. So I mean, that's pretty much it. They just went over a little bit of stuff like that. That's going to be coming out this month. So it's a whole bunch of stuff going to come out in the month of June. They're going to be talking about, and they're going to have another call tomorrow, actually, at I believe 9 p.m. Eastern as well. They should have that posted up on the blog too.
Yep. Cool. Perfect. I didn't get a chance to listen to the whole thing. I caught a few bits and pieces of it. I know they have them all recorded, but I remember you said you listened to it. But I knew it was like a lot of stuff just from some of the chat I've been hearing on Facebook. So a lot of people are excited about that. So just kind of bear with us, guys, when it comes to the organization of your group, because the more reports and more information that you can see, I guess, the more you can manage, the better you will be able to dictate the growth of your business. And the one thing that you don't want to be is, because I kind of feel like that a lot, is that I kind of feel like I'm in the dark, and a lot, because I had a call, from a guy that's on the team, and he was saying, hey, I just hit F3, and I didn't even know, because I don't see him. We've talked, but it's just like he's so, he's down in the group, but I just, so they're making some changes, so we'll be able to see things a lot more clear when it comes to the growth of the organization. So what we need that until they make those changes and get those new updates available. So everybody make sure that if you got some people on your team, people that you brought in, or even if yourself, let people know that you hit a rank D3, D1, D2, whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as you're ranking, let's celebrate every milestone that we make in the business. Not just if you hit F3 or D3. If you hit D1, celebrate. Let people know, hey, I just got in. I'm D1, I'm D2, I'm D3, I'm F3, I'm F4, whatever. Just let people know about it so we can all know, what's going on. Because there's a lot of people out here in the group that are really doing some big things. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hey guys, so I guess moving on. A few things I wanted to touch on, and I'll let some of the other leaders. I'm sure they have some things to share today as well. I know one thing was I got a few messages from a few people on the team, and some people just working really hard, doing some big things, and really not getting a lot of results, and we'll probably give you guys an opportunity to kind of share some of that. We might have a little Q&A session as well. This is what I say when it comes to that, and this isn't like last week's call or anything. When you're building, I guess, anything, and I know it with Wake Up Now, because the compensation plan is very unique, and I know they got some other changes coming down the pipe. That's why we just got to hang around and keep doing what we're doing, because they got some stuff coming down. I mean, from the excitement, I don't know the details, but from the excitement from a lot of the leaders, they're just saying, hey, it's just going to be a no-brainer. By September, it's going to be a no-brainer. If you're wanting to move Wake Up Now forward in your business, or if you're not in Wake Up Now, you're going to be like, man, I got to get in this thing now. So, that's what I've been hearing. I don't know the details. I've tried to bribe people and everything. Nobody tell me nothing. But here's the thing, when it comes to the business, I know we got a lot of people, doing some big things, and a lot of people putting in a lot of work, and that's what it takes. It's going to take a little time for some, and again, a lot of it is just development, and the more you do, and I don't even mean to make it sound like a cliche or anything, guys, but when I see other leaders, when I look at even myself and my wife, and I look at what we've learned over the years in terms of production, and so when we got into Wake Up Now, how we can move really quick, or even prior to Wake Up Now, it's just that we really have such a executive maturity in terms of our business. I understand that depending on the speed of your business, a lot of it is going to determine on your implementation and the knowledge and how long you stick with it. Because it's going to take some time. For some people, it takes a little time because, one, maybe that circle that you're around isn't as such a go-getter as you are. So it's going to take time. Some people can come in, don't have a lot of experience, but they're just ignorance on fire. They're fired up, and they're around a lot of people that really follow them based off because of their energy, because they just really people just gravitate to them. So there and there's all kinds of scenarios, and the only thing I can tell you, the only thing I can guarantee you this, you can't continue to do the business and not be successful. It's just not going to happen. Now it might take different times. You know, my wife was talking about when we were at a conference back a few months back there in San Antonio, and you know I got on stage, right, and they did a little exercise, and they had like a deck of cards, right, and the deck of cards. I'm glad my wife brought this up. It was a really good scenario. Because typically what we're all trying to do, we're trying to find an ace in your, for your business, and I've been through a lot of people, just in my history of doing, business and everything, and I've got, kind of give me an example. Ro, he's an ace, right? Kyron, he's an ace. Candace, she's an ace. But here's the thing: if you take a deck of cards, and you might have to go through, several, or if not all of those cards until you get to an ace and say, okay, I finally got one. But if you quit, because if you're talking to people, if you're calling, if you're doing whatever, if you're making those connections, eventually you'll find one. And what you want to do, you got to find people that want it more than you. And it just takes time, guys. For you to find those people that see it just like you, or maybe even better. That's really what you want. And I've had a discussion like this. I think I was talking about this at one of our previous meetings at the hotel, and I was talking to some guys, and I was saying, well, what you want to do, and it might take time. It's going to take everybody that I was talking to in that circle. I said, everybody in this circle that we're having this conversation. Everybody in here is going to reach success at different times. Somebody's going to get it quicker. Somebody's going to take a little bit longer. Somebody's going to take even longer than that. But if you keep going, you'll be there, because you're trying to find someone that sees it more than you do. That's how it'll never stop. And when you find those people, kind of give me an example. My sponsor, Greg, and he knows he's excited. I'm excited, but I think I see it just a little bit more than he does. And guess what? That's what he wants. Does that make sense? So I hope everybody understands that. Another example, Candace. I see it very, very, very well, but I bet you Candace sees it just a little bit more than I do. Same way with Ro. Same way with other people. You see what I'm saying? Because we're all trying to reach a certain goal. And when but the thing is, guys, it's going to take time to find those people. Because I know if you bring in 3 people, just stats are going to say that out of those 3, you might, and that's a very slim might, have one person that really sees it, really sees it, because you got to really keep going. You can't just stop at 3 people. You really want to keep going, because this industry is about replacing people. Because remember, you're trying to find people like you that you're trying to find those individuals that are going to see it just like you, or if not more. And you just got to go through the numbers to find those individuals to help your business grow. Okay. So when you look at a lot of people that are having a lot of success, a lot of them just and if you look at how many people they've been bringing in, they're going through the numbers. Now, just because if you talk to somebody, how many people you brought in? Oh, man, I brought 50 people. You're like, man, 50 people? Man, how'd you bring in 50 people? But I guarantee you, probably only 5 of them to 10 are really doing the business. The other 45 to 50, 45 to 40 of them quit the business, or they're just kind of just learning the game, and they'll get. And then you got a percentage of those individuals that finally get it months down the road. But most of them, here's something to remember, guys. most of those individuals won't be around. That's just how it is. And yeah, I learned that, guys, from my mentor, Jim Rohn. You can't change that. That's just how it is. We try to, I know I've had conversations with everybody on the panel here, and we've tried to figure out how can we get everybody to stay. Well, you can put things in place to bring those percentages up maybe a couple points, but we already know that most of them are not going to stay. And there's really nothing we can do. Well, Steve, that's not fair. Well, that's the setup. That's how it was set up. I mean, in this universe, that's how it's been set up. And there's really nothing we can do with that. And so as long as you're putting in the work and being consistent and not stopping, the numbers will eventually work for you. I mean, it might be in a month, might be in a few weeks. It might be tomorrow, because of something that you do today, you wind up bringing somebody in your business, whether you knew them or didn't know them prior, that is the person that really takes your business to the next level. But when you quit or whatever, it's just really hard to say that, because I know we all want to quit. I want to quit every day, but I don't. I mean, every day I want, man, I'm just tired of dealing with this stuff every day. But I can't do it, because it's the process of building a business, and the more consistent you can be, the better it's going to be. So if you're doing everything that you can do and you're still not getting the results that you want, because I know we all want to at least hit F3 or whatever. We all want to make money, but guys, give yourself time to grow. Give yourself time to be that attractive person, and it's just going to take time. And the only way you can change that into being that attractive character that you can bring people in, because people want to be around people that are experts. People want to be around people that can motivate them. And again, that just takes time. So continue to do, and this is for the people that I've had these conversations with, continue what you're doing, because you don't know you're developing yourself. It's all development. That's all it is. And it'll pay off. Trust me. It'll pay off. Because of things that I've learned in the past when I thought things were just tough, when I look back on those situations, it was grooming me for today, right now. And now I know when I was going through a lot of situations where I wasn't making any money, but I was learning so much, and it's definitely paid off. Because a lot of you guys have just gotten started, whereas we've been doing this for years. This isn't new to me. This isn't new to a lot of people on the team. So don't get frustrated when you're seeing a lot of other people having success. A lot of times we only see the end result, but we don't see what got them there. And we all got to pay our dues. Kind of talked a little bit, kind of what we talked a little bit about last week. So just keep doing what you're doing, guys. The success is definitely there, and I'm just really curious to see what's coming down the pipe when it comes to Wake Up Now. So, because all you want to focus on right now is your building your foundation, and we got some things that we're working on too that can kind of help that situation in terms of income while you're building your business. We got some things that we're working on. We'll be sharing some of that a little bit later. But so just keep going, guys. So I've been talking long enough. Ro, anything you want to add to that, or any words you have?
Hey, great tips, and that's all it is, guys. It's a mindset. There is some people that are going to come in and just absolutely blow it out of the water, and then there's going to be some people that come in and mess around a little bit and leave, and there's going to be some people that hang out. It might take them 2 years before they get to D3. But that's still a process. Candace even mentioned a lot of times on the webinars that it took the #1 money earner in our company. It took him, 90 days, Candace? I think you said 90 days to get to that first income level. And guys, if it took him 90 days to get, I think it was his first 3 people Is that right? Yeah. 90 days to get that far. And now he's a year later, guys, 114 grand a year, a month. I'm sorry, a month. And then, you know, if the number one money earner took 90 days to do that, what does that say about the rest of us? That means, hey, you've got a great opportunity. There's you know, there might be a little learning curve for you. There might be a couple of little bumps in the road, but guys, it's possible. You know, how many jobs is it possible to hang out for a year and then end up making anywhere close to that figure in a 30-day period? It's nil. It's very it's nearly impossible, guys. But it's here, guys. It's here. We can do it here. So if you just have the guts to hang in there and stick it out, man, some crazy things can happen. You're going to learn that you have talents with things that you never ever suspected. There's going to be things that you come out of yourself if you're willing to make yourself uncomfortable and do some things that you've never done before. I mean, it's scary. It's scary. A lot of times I hear people say, you know, I don't want to talk to people that I don't know. That's, you know, I was always, you know, brought up to not talk to strangers. Don't speak to strangers. That's a dangerous thing. And you're raised up with that mindset. But when you start doing it, and you realize that everyone's not going to cut your throat, just if you stick your hand out and say, hey, how you doing? My name is Ro. People won't cut your throat, guys. You know, but it's all coming out of that comfort zone. When you make calls to people that you've never talked to before, you know, when you friend somebody new on Facebook and you ask them a question, hey, are you open to a new income opportunity? There's all kinds of ways and methods. I've heard of people even taking this thing to Instagram. I mean, there's methods that you've never heard of before. And please do not sit up and say, I've tried everything. No, you haven't. you have. I guarantee you haven't tried everything because, you know, you haven't hit success yet. You have to get it in your mind that I am going to keep going no matter what until I find that mode or that method, that thing that I have talent with. Until I learn that thing, I am not going to quit. And that's what winners do, guys. That's what winners do. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over back to Steve and to another panelist, guys. But I hope that resonated with some of you guys. Thanks.
Hey, Ro, man, that was right on point, man. Because you just got to keep going. You know, I mean, all those points are right on. I mean, right on the money. I mean, the main thing is and again, like I said before, I hate to sound such like a cliche because it almost sounds like, you know, just keep on going, you know. But it's real. I mean, it's the truth. You just got to keep, because you're really learning. Because it's really not just about the business. It's about you and the value that you bring and the impression that you give someone. And a lot of time it just takes time for that to grow. And learn new strategies. Learn new. If you're doing a certain strategy and hasn't been working for you, you know, try some different things. If you haven't, or maybe do some tweaks or whatever, because that's how you really learn. I know Ro knows it. I know actually everybody on the panel knows that I'm always tweaking something, changing something, trying something new. I've been working all day today trying something new. And I was up late last night just trying to figure it out, you know. And I think I got it. And you know, will it work? I think it will, but I don't know 100%. All I know is that, hey, let me try and see what happens, you know. And that's the attitude that I have about every marketing strategy that I do. It's more of a test. I just test things, see what happens. If I get some leads and some sales, great. If I don't get any leads and sales, great. Now I know what not to do. So I'll change that. So, well, you know, I've been doing that for like the last 3-4 days or a week. It's not really converting very well. You know what? I mean, let me change it, or I'm not going to do that anymore at all. I didn't do anything. You know, whatever it is, but I'm not mad and I'm not frustrated. I just look at it like, well, hey, let me try something different, and that's really where it's at. Candace, I know you have a few words. Anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I have a few things. Couple different topics, we'll say. Looking at my notes, new people who are on training tonight, new people, period. Listen, guys, you guys are pretty much a gold mine right now as a new person, because you have an untapped market. 9 times out of 10, the people who are in your circle have yet to hear about Wake Up Now, and they'd prefer to hear about it from you. So don't be afraid to touch base and touch contact about your business, guys. Just being straight up and honest with you, we brought in 3 new young ladies the other day: Shiloh Smith, Amber Pitts, and Beth Ann Janosic. These girls have, like, they're killing it, guys. They've tapped their market. You know, first day in, I'm getting text messages from them. They're ready to plan their home presentations. They're ready to get in. As soon as you guys get in, guys, those home presentations are absolutely killing it right now. You know, as soon as you sign up, get in, start texting your friends, trying to get them together so that you can have a home presentation with yourself, your upline, somebody else on your team who's in your area, anything like that. I mean, these girls, like, actually blew through the door that night. I didn't even get home to the home presentation yet, and I'm getting text messages that they're ready to have theirs scheduled. They have X amount of people lined up for the home presentation. You know, guys, your excitement is at its all-time high right now. And the thing is, when you get in and you keep this excitement moving and you keep your motivation and have all your, you know, cylinders cranking, don't lose it. You know, don't lose it. Once you get one home presentation down, those friends who couldn't make it, turn around and schedule another one, guys. Get as many people as you can in front of your business opportunity, and I can guarantee you guys, you're going to be successful. It's going to be no time for you to hit your D3 ranking, your F3 ranking. Like Steve said, you have to be consistent. And now that you're in, guys, you guys are in, you're learning about your products. If there's something you don't know, feel free to do a 3-way. You know, message somebody if you have a question. Look it up online, anything like that. You know, that one wiki is going to be your best resource if you can't get a hold of your upline for anything like that. So, you know, keep your momentum going, guys. You guys are new. Your market's untapped. Just keep it moving. These girls are absolutely killing it right now with a home presentation, and they haven't even been in 3 days maybe. I know each one of them have, you know, 10, 12 people at least for a home presentation, and what we're doing is we're just going to get a little local room out of the hotel, and we're just going to have all 3 of their presentations at one time. So, you know, we're looking at like 45 people just from them 3 girls because they're so excited. You know, they're putting this in front of everybody. And we always say, you know, don't be scared to talk to somebody about your business opportunity, because the person you assume is not interested is the one who is interested. And the one that you assume is interested probably is not interested. So, you know, don't judge a book by its cover. Just put it in front of everybody. Let them decide. Don't make that decision for them. The other one is, you know, I get a lot of messages from people who aren't even on our SME team. And I got into a deep conversation today with one of the gentlemen, and it was pretty much, he was concerned about his downline. He felt that they were kind of like sitting around waiting for stuff to happen. And like I had told him, you know, everybody on this call, do not depend on your upline. You know, this is your business. You know, you're here to build your business. Don't wait for a spillover. Don't wait for any of that, because, you know, 9 times out of 10, that's probably not going to happen. And if it does happen, great, but it's not going to be a consistent every month thing. And I tried to explain to him, you know, this is their business, and you have to understand that, you know, don't let somebody else dictate how much money you're going to make. If you're sitting around waiting for your upline to give you somebody, and you're not putting your business in front of anybody else because you're sitting there waiting like, okay, I'm going to wait for, you know, Ro to give me somebody, and then that's going to give me some juice to go out and market. No, you need to do it. Grow your business yourself, because your business depends on you and nobody else. You know, now if you're depending on Ro or Kyron or Steve or somebody else, whoever your upline is, to build your business, you're pretty much, how do I want to say this without being rude? You might as well have a job, because you're letting somebody else dictate the type of income you have coming in. So if you're relying on somebody else, don't let nobody dictate what income you have coming in. You know, get your business out there, get them in front of everybody else. Blow past me, blow past Steve, because that's definitely possible in Wake Up Now. Don't sit around waiting for somebody to give you somebody. You know, blow your business out of the water. What other things do I? Oh, another thing was, you know, if you're the same person, if we're sitting here, you know, waiting for my upline to give me somebody and I don't have no momentum, maybe when they do, I'll start getting the drive to market or what have you. Don't do that. I even had one person message me that says, you know, I'm going to wait to talk to my people about my business opportunity until we have our next upcoming event. Why are you going to wait to put your business in front of your friend? You want to go to them a day before the event and invite them there? No, because if you waited 4, 5, 6 days, 2 weeks, during that time frame, you have a chance of somebody else putting Wake Up Now in front of them and them going with that person just because you didn't want to bring it up to them yet because you want to wait for an event to happen. Bring it up to them now, guys. You know, if you're uncomfortable with it, there's many presentation videos. I've seen Steve put up there. I've put up there, everybody. We're available for a three-way if you need one. You know, these are our crucial months, 90K in 90 days. Do you guys understand that you bring in one person a week and your one person a week that you brought in brings in one person a week? In 90 days, you can be at 90K if you keep that formula in a perfect world. And we understand it's not really a perfect world, but in a perfect world, that can happen. So, you know, if you're not putting your business in front of people enough, you're not going to bring in at least that one person a week to even set yourself on goal for the 90K in 90 days. And don't wait for that event to come, because by the time you're waiting for that event to come, somebody else could have, you know, shared the information with your friend, and now your friend joined another team. Happens all the time, guys. It really does. I see it all the time. So like I said, you know, this isn't our team in general. This is another team. Nobody on SME, but, you know, I even have other teams messaging me about stuff. And I mean, if it's happening on their team, it can happen on our team. So don't sit back and wait for, you know, your events or this, that, and the other. The other thing is that I wanted to say, you know, Kyron and I started hosting conference calls. And we're actually starting to get, you know, some traffic on the conference calls and everything. So if you guys have somebody interested in it, you know, if you want to put it in front of them, guys, I encourage you, get them on the conference call too. You know, you can definitely put them on there. We go ahead and do a quick blitz call, 20 minutes or less. We're off of there. We let them know, get back to the person who referred you to the call. I'll admit this is our first week of it, so, you know, there's some tweaking that needs to happen. But, I mean, I've had people from other teams message me and say, hey, Candace, thanks for the conference call. I got to sign up from the call. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you guys have somebody interested and you want to put the biz op in front of them and you don't have a three-way available or anything like that, throw them on the conference call. Get them on the webinar. We're doing a new conference call schedule, and I'll share it on my Facebook page when we do it. But it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights at 9 p.m., Saturdays at noon, Sundays at 4. So, and that's Eastern Standard Time. So if you have somebody interested, go ahead, throw them on the call, guys. It's, you know, it's not like something that, you know, if they sign up, they're not coming to us, they're coming to you. So we just want to be able to put the opportunity in front of them a lot faster so you could go ahead and seize the day, get them signed up on your team, start ranking up and so forth. This 90K and 90-day challenge, I want you guys to go hard. Hit it hard, hit the ground running. So we're pretty much needing to go in beast mode. And like Rose says, you know, with our Ferrari training and the beast mode capabilities of SME, we're going to kill it, guys. You just got to keep that momentum flying. And, you know, once I get started, I can't stop. So I'm just going to shut up for now and turn it back over to Steve.
Hey, that was good stuff. I mean, I like, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I actually had that written down about the conference call. And also, SME Florida is going to be hosting an event on June 20, what is that, June 20? Yeah, those dates.
25th. Wednesday, June 25th. I want to say it's from 11 to 1, and oops, I forgot the second time, but it's a 2-time show that day down in West Palm Beach. I want to say the first one is 11 to 1, and then I want to say 3 to 6 maybe. Tony, if you're on here, Tony Brown, go ahead and put it in chat what your date and times are, because I think you're still on the webinar.
Yeah. And we'll make sure we put that information. I'm pretty sure it's in the group, but we'll make sure we put that information in the group. So if anybody has anybody in the West Palm Beach area that weekend or that week, that day, definitely get them there. You're gonna have SME Florida, the leaders there. They're gonna be there. Candace is actually gonna be there as well. So if you hadn't got a chance to meet her, you get a chance to meet her in person. And I know she's going to do a killer presentation. So, and I know those guys are, you know, definitely going to do, you know, an awesome setup of everything. And so it's going to be pretty exciting. So make sure. So if you're in that area, or if you know of some people in that area, get them there. You know, let them know. And of course, I know I will be there in the Miami area around right after the 4th of July of next month. I think that's like a week later. I think right after that event. So we'll be kind of in the Florida area next month. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I like what you said, Candace, about. I know you mentioned the person saying, "Hey, I'm just going to wait till the next event to really tell anybody." Here's the thing too: is that when you wait to really take action on because of some event that's happening in 2-3 weeks from now, what you want to do is let people know now, because instead of just having maybe possibly one person that might come with you, you could have an army of people coming with you, because that person, guys, I'm telling you, one person can bring you an army. Don't believe me? Ask Greg. You know, don't believe me? Ask Candace. You know, Kyron. Don't believe me? Ask Ro. You know, one person, I'm telling you guys, can bring an army. You don't know who they know. When it comes to network marketing, yes, and emphasis on network. So you know, I would if I was in that situation, I would be like, well, let me go ahead and talk to him or her now, and whoever I can, because and then let's go ahead and start doing the business, and then we can pump up. So when the big event comes, instead of just having one person, I can maybe have 10, 15, 20, 30 people coming with us, and these people are on my team. You know, and not to mention the guests that they would bring that would just even blow up the whole situation. So you know, that's really how you want to do it, guys. This industry is a lot about build up. There's a lot of hype around it as well, of course. Yes, that's what sometimes we got to do to get people to see things. But when you look at Hollywood, you know, they'll have a big movie come out and they'll promote that bad boy in some cases like a whole year before it even comes out. And then by the time it finally comes out, they just crush it at the box office because people have just been anticipating, you know, can't wait to see it. But think about it, even if it's a great movie, great story, great actors, I mean, big production, imagine the type of numbers that they would have gotten if they just Friday, nobody knew about it, and boom, it's available. But nobody knows about it. So you're probably not going to get that many results from it because nobody really knew about it. There was no build-up. There was no promotion of the event. So when it comes to your business, that's what it's all about. When it comes to the conference calls that Candace said, you know, actually hosting and what they're doing, that's build-up. When it comes to the webinars, it's a build-up. When it comes to anything that what I call high bonding events, and really just kind of elaborate what that means is, you know, you have your conference calls, which are very good in terms of bonding and connecting with people, and then you have your webinars, which allows you to do the same, but then you can actually see individuals as well, and then you have your live events, which there's no bigger high bonding event other than a live event. So because you can actually not only hear, see, but you can also shake hands and have conversations with those people live. So you know, you definitely want to build up for all those big events. You know, we got the conference coming up in September. We got Miami coming up next, which is a retreat trip. I know a lot of people are going. Some people are waiting for the conference in September. Either way, make sure you get to the national convention in Salt Lake City. That is a must. Oh my! I can't even describe. I don't even have the words to describe that. You have to. Not. It'd be nice to, or I'll see if no. You got to be at that event. If you're serious about your business, you would do whatever you got to do to get there to Salt Lake City in September. We've got it's June, July, August. We got roughly about 90 days before that event. Plenty of time to plan, save, do whatever you got to do to be there. And I'm telling you, it would definitely be a very good investment in your future. For those that maybe never been to a company event, for a company that you represent, you'll never be the same. When you leave, you'll never be the same. You think you know who you are now. You won't be the same when you leave. I guarantee you that. And it's definitely going to take your business. It's just going to go crazy. Companies know that. That's why they have them. After every big event, production always goes up. Just overnight. More recruits, more products being sold, more buzz, more chatter, because everybody is fired up. And if you have a team, you get your team there. Oh, man. You get your team to an event, oh, you talking about they're going to be sold. And that's where it's at. You want people to see the vision, not just be in the business. And a lot of times for them to get a chance to meet a lot of the leaders, get a lot of leaders here on SME and Legacy and Self-Made Florida and In the Circle and I mean, all the different groups. I know I'm missing some names, but we got so many teams. I'm telling you guys, I mean, just all the groups, you get a chance to meet these individuals and shake their hand and have conversations and those one-on-one intimate moments stay with you for the rest of your life, especially for your business life. And those things will help you move forward in your business. So make sure anything, you got to be in Salt Lake City. You got to be there. That's definitely going to make the difference in your business. I know, Roy. We've been to a lot of events in the past. What would you say about those events in terms of how important you think they are, when it comes to your business?
It's critical. It's critical to your success, guys, because you will understand a lot of people's stories. I think the stories are very. I mean, there's training there that you guys are going to get. You're going to hear training from different people's, other people's perspectives and different methods that they're using to become successful. And I used to think, well, I've got to go so that I can get that new method that I don't know to bring people on. And that used to be my motivation. But now I understand it's really not about that. What it is about, and you're going to learn some new things, but the main thing is that you're going to rub shoulders and you're going to get to meet people from everywhere. And those new relationships, those new contacts that you make, those can be critical to your success. And also, you're going to see people from different backgrounds than you that have more challenges in life than what you have. And they're going to stand up on stage and they're going to tell you how they overcame all of that with this probably less resources than you have, and how they conquered and overcame all that stuff to reach the pinnacles of success. And you're going to get that idea that, wow, if that person up there who can barely, sometimes you'll see people that can't even speak the English language. Sometimes you'll see people up there who are handy-abled. I don't like to say handicapped. I'm saying handy-able. They'll overcome everything and still make it happen, guys. They don't find an excuse. They make things happen, and they will. I mean, sometimes you'll see people with tears in their eyes because of things that they've done for family members that they couldn't do before. And when you feel that energy and when you hear those stories, it sharpens that iron that you already have within you. You probably don't even know you have it in you, but it starts sharpening that blade for you, and you become sharper. You become stronger. The no's no longer matter to you. But you can't get that if you're sitting in your living room. You have to be at the events, guys. I mean, every time I go to one, I learn some new things. I meet some great people. If for nothing else, I hear some incredible, impactful, life-changing stories. And guys, sometimes you can tell someone else. You can meet a teacher you've never taught before, but you met a teacher at the conference. And you can put that teacher on the phone with this other teacher that you met at the conference, and they can tell you why they can tell the other person why they joined Wake Up Now. Wow. Can you imagine? Because they have a perspective that you don't have. But now you can plug your new person into them because they understand. They have a common background. There's so many. I could go on for days, Steve. There's so many things that you can get out of being at an event, guys. So please be there. If you can't make Miami, cool, but please be in Salt Lake City, Utah, guys. So that one's going to be off the chain in September. So make your plans starting now, guys. And Steve, thanks for again for having this awesome training and having us on. I really want to put a shout out to Jeff Rudolph up there in North Carolina and what Team Platinum is doing, guys. Keep on all the good work. And I know some of you are on the webinar right now, so shouts out to Team Platinum. Thanks, guys. So again, thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Hey, Ro, appreciate that. I mean, yeah, it just, you know, I mean, you hit it right on the head. I mean, a lot of people doing a lot of big things, and the events have really impacted. I mean, I remember one time I was at an event. It was a company event. It was, and we had a breakout. I think my wife probably remembers this, and they had, matter of fact, it was funny because it was actually here in Las Vegas. It was the first time I ever came to Vegas years ago. This is like 2003, I think it was. And we had a breakout session, and our team leaders and, you know, a lot of our leaders of that group that we're a part of. And one of the leaders, when he was speaking, and he was just touching, he was just giving the real. I mean, just the struggle that you go through. Guys, everybody goes through this in every business. So, you know, so I don't want you to think, man, I can't, you know, I'm not having as much success right now. For those that maybe feel like they're getting a little frustrated, guess what? This is the same old story in every business. I don't know if you remember that song, All Around the World, same song, Digital Underground. It's the same thing, right? It's the same old song that everybody sings in every business. And I remember going through some points, and it touched me so hard because it was exactly the stuff that we were going through. And you know, you get that little frog in your throat, guys. You know, things get a little emotional, and but those things really sit with you and let you know. It gives you confirmation that, hey, this is what everybody goes through. Okay, cool, I'm good. This is what everybody goes through. Okay, I'm on the right track then, right? And eventually, guys, because a lot of people look at Lanacy and I and think everything just, you know, everything is just magical, you know. Guys, you know, it took time. Believe me, it took time, and it took a lot of sacrifice, and it took a lot of going back to the drawing board and figuring this out and figuring that out. And but the one thing that really grounded us were the events. It was the stories that I heard from other people, and the connections and the relationships that I built from people that I met at certain events, and that's what really led. That's what really helped our success. And so we say all that to say this is to get to the events, get to the event in September, and then see what happens. Okay, if anything you do, get there first, then see what happens. And I guarantee you're not going to be the same. So so real quick, guys, before it gets to any longer, I want to give everybody an opportunity. So if you have any questions, we'll just take a few questions, guys. And if you want to come on the panel, raise your hand, and Lanacy will try to add you to the panel. So if you wanted to speak and talk and dialogue, that'd be great. But if not, if you just want to type it in, just type it in, and we'll see if we can answer a few questions. We got a lot of knowledge here on the panel, and what we're going to be doing here for a lot of the webinars and a lot of the trainings is that we got a lot of people in SME and Legacy and all these other teams that are part of this amazing organization, and we want to start bringing you guys on. I'm tired of being on the camera. I want some of you guys to get on. You know, we got so much talent, and we want to highlight you guys. It's not about us. It's not about Candace. It's not about Kyron. It's not about Rose. It's not about me. It's about us as a team. So we want to bring more people on. And so if you want to help with some trainings, if you want to help with or present yourself with you know, some of the presentations, because I'm telling you guys, the more visible you can be, the more it makes you become an expert, and the more it makes you look like an expert. So if people see you, that's what it starts to build, that reputation. Everybody on the panel you see here has a reputation online. How? Because people see them all the time, right? So if you want to take your game to the next level, being visible is what really makes the difference. And if you really want to be, very, very successful, people are visible. Pictures, videos, you name it. If you know who, how do we know? How do we know Seymour? Because he's got pictures and videos and stuff. He's been on a few of our webinars before, right? That's really what it's all about. So again, I just wanted to put that out there. Definitely get with myself or anyone of the panel and say, hey, I want to step up and or I got somebody on people on the team we want to like to share our story, because what we're going to be doing on some of the calls on the webinar trainings or opportunity webinars that we did like last Tuesday. We're going to be doing some interviews, and we want to hear from some other people and seeing what's going on with their team and with their business and so on and so forth. Because we really want to show people the real of Wake Up Now, not just the facts about Wake Up Now. Because they can get the facts. The facts are all over the internet. Oh my God! I mean, pick something. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you name it. Google. There's tons of facts about Wake Up Now. But what drives Wake Up Now is not the facts. It's the stories of the people that are associated with Wake Up Now. That's what drives it, and that's what we want to focus on going forward. Is the real, and so we'll be doing a lot of that, especially in the format on the Tuesday webinar. We'll be doing a lot more of that as well. So, any questions? Did we have any questions?
Hey, Steve, real quick, there's some talk in the chat group about, I guess, being scared to go to different events because you're disabled or, whatever the reason is. Besides that, this one person was brave enough to say it.
Okay.
I will say you have to get out your comfort zone. If you want to be successful, you have to be able to step out there and do what you wouldn't have done before. I mean, we've met a lot of people over the years at different events who are disabled. Matter of fact, there was one guy of a story he was on his deathbed. And, he did any and everything he could because he didn't want that to hold him back. And I know, Steve, his mom is disabled. And I'm pretty sure she feels like that she doesn't want to be out or, she doesn't, this is her first time. This is not what she's used to, whatever the reason is. You can't let that hold you back. You have to use that as ammunition for your business. I think, she says this is her first time in a wheelchair. Just go out there. Go to the event, meet new people. You never know. There might be another person that's in the same situation as you are. There could be a leader that's in the same situation that you're in. So use that to motivate you instead of holding you back. So that's just really all I want to say. Just people, you have to learn to get out of your comfort zone so you can be successful. You have to be able to learn how to try new things and do new things and just get out there. Because if you don't, you're always going to be in the same situation that you're in now. And not to say that to put anybody down, I just wanted to put that out there to motivate you. Because there's a lot of things, I don't like being on camera. Right now I'm not on camera because I'm working. But I do it because I know it's going to help me and Steve grow. It's going to help me grow because I'm getting out there. I'm putting myself out there because it's something I normally wouldn't do. And because of that, I have grown and I've moved past that and I don't let it stop me. So just use that and just say, hey, this may be my first time or, in a wheelchair or, I'm not really good at meeting different people or, I'm not good at this or I'm not good at that. Just try it. Just get out there and just do it.
Well, I can add to that, Lanacy, is the one thing too is to remember whatever your situation is. It doesn't matter if there's challenges that are in front of you. Your presence is an inspiration to other people, and no matter what your situation is, whether you're whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're female, whether you're male, whether you're short, whether you're tall, whatever. Just your presence is an inspiration because people tend to, when you go to events, people look at other people and they see themselves in those other individuals. And so when if whatever your situation might be, whether it be physically or what have you, just being there is an inspiration because a lot of people see other people and say, man, if they can do that, I can do that. If that's how bad they want it. And those are the situations and the types of places that you want to be because those events, guys, have so much positive energy. Oh, my God. That you will leave there, you would have to look down just to see heaven because you're going to be so high in terms of your energy, your resolve is just going to be unstoppable, and companies know that, and so just being there will definitely help you move forward, and so don't let anything hold you back. Like I've said before, any excuse will do. Any excuse will do. Whether it's that, whether it's this, whatever it is, any excuse will do. But you got to say, you know what? This is my business. This isn't anybody else's business. This is my business, and I have to take charge in it, and I got to move forward to help me get into a much better lifestyle. But I know I got to start somewhere, and I know the road is going to be bumpy. Oh man, I know it, and that's what I tell people all the time. Oh, it's going to be hard. I'm telling you, we're here to tell you it's going to be hard. Nothing great has been easy, and that's what that's what your goal is. That's what our as a team is. We want you to become great. We're looking for greatness, and we understand that just takes time. It's going to take time. You want to be great. You want to be phenomenal. It's one of my mentors, ET. You don't want to be average. You want to be phenomenal. And everything that can just above that, and that just takes time. It takes growth, and the events. That's what it does. It helps you to grow. I know Rose said it best. I used to be the same way. I would go because I wanted to get the best new strategy. What are they doing that I'm not doing? I wanted to get now. You're going to learn some of that, of course, but those weren't the biggest things that I got out of every event that I've went to. It's been the relationships, it's been the stories that have really resonated with me, and that really helped. Everything else helps. I mean, it's like a big pot of gumbo. It all comes together. As a complete package, right? Once you put all the ingredients in, but you got that one thing that out of that pot of gumbo that you like the best. Like he's like, if I don't have the crab legs, and I don't want no gumbo, I don't want none, right? It's that one thing that makes all the difference in the world. And here's the thing, but you don't know what that's going to be, but you just got to go to the event. And the events really make a difference in your business. So yeah, thanks for sharing that, Linnaeus, because that's a very good point. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let anything hold you back, guys. Any other questions that we have? Were there any more there, or was that it? Was that the only question we had?
That looks like I'm going through. It looks like that was pretty much it that I can see.
Okay.
Another case in point, what was that guy's name? I'm bad with names. He recently had the stroke. He's a leader in Wake Up Now. He was at the escape trip in Utah.
Yeah, it was a man.
I can't think of his name.
I have to pull up. It's go to the Vimeo channel, YouTube channel, and you'll see when he won that car. I can't think of his name. Man, I can't believe I forgot his name now. But if you go to Vimeo, you'll see it. But one of the he was one of the top earners in Wake Up Now prior to this big rush of, new people coming into Wake Up Now, and unfortunately he had a stroke. I think it was the latter part of last year, and but he was at the Park City event, and excited. I don't think he could really talk at that time, but
Yeah, he could barely talk. I think he was still trying to get the motor functions in his mouth, and he had to have some assistance walking.
yeah, but he was there. That was the main thing, guys, is that he was there. He didn't let anything stop him from being there. And he could have been like, you know what, well, I'm not feeling well, or I just don't feel like I'll be able to mingle and do what I used to do. But he was there, guys, and that's really so. I'm looking at him like, man, if he can be there, if he can do it, I'm telling you, anybody can be there and make things happen. So that's another good example. Somebody said I have a question.
His name was Mike Ray.
Yeah, Mike, that's right, Mike Ray. John had a question. I had a question for I posted a while.
John, you have to type it in because the chat will only go so far back. So I can't see any other questions past that. So just retype it in the chat.
Yeah, it only goes back so far as people keep typing. It purges out some of the older messages. That's just how the system works. But we'll take a few more questions and then we'll go ahead and close out today while we're waiting on a few questions. Kyron, anything you want to add to some of the things we talked about?
Not really, Steve. But I mean, to the person that was talking about the wheelchair, I mean, I have a personal experience with dealing with someone that's in the same situation. I mean, I don't know your situation in particular, but the last network marketing company I did, it was about 2 years ago. And in that particular company, this guy joined. He actually joined, a week before I did. We were in the same office. That company was I'm not gonna say harder, or it wasn't as easy as it is right now, because what you do, what we did, we really couldn't do online because of particular licenses that we needed for that particular state. So we couldn't like market online and get people from everywhere. I had to work in Texas only. So the guy, he had cancer in his legs and things like that, and he had to get both his legs amputated. The year before that, we was at the corporate event, in Atlanta, and came back. He had to go through surgery and different things like that. But the next year he went and he became successful. He was one of the top earners in Texas. And he just, what he said to us in the office, once he got back on his feet and got back up and started back working and doing what he did, he had to go sit kneecap to kneecap to people, sit down and talk to people about the business. So he didn't let that stop him. His motivation was that, I want to be able to be an influence to people that's just like me. I want to be able to be an influence to people that's disabled, that's not able to work, that to show them there is a better way than sitting here, getting Social Security or whatever it may be that you're receiving. I wanted to sit here and do that. And he talked to a lot of people that was in the same situation. He did videos on YouTube. I try to find it and post it in the group. But I mean, just stay motivated. Go to the event. Like Steven said, it's going to be a lot of energy, a lot of positive energy. People not going to look down on anybody, because of the energy and the excitement that we all going to have, because we all having fun, making money. And it's like a family atmosphere. So, I mean, just stay motivated, because your life, your story, what happened to you will hopefully, impact someone else's life once you become successful, even before you become successful, so just keep your head up and keep pushing. Another thing, I guess, since it just came to my head is follow-up, guys. I think we all need to do a better job at following up with our people that we talk to, our prospects. If I know a lot of us on the call, we all work, we all have 9 to 5s or whatever, work 8 to 12 hours a day. And the same thing goes for your prospects as well. A lot of those people, just because they didn't get back to you the next day or 48 hours or whatever it may be, doesn't mean that they're not interested. The fortune's in the follow-up, so you have to follow up with them. Just keep it on their mind, because just like you may have forgot or didn't have time to get back with them, the same thing for them. They have kids, they have school, they have whatever it may be. So, just follow up with them. And if you're doing a 3-way call, like some of our teammates are starting to do a lot of 3-way calls now. And if you're doing a 3-way call and you got your sponsor or a leader on the call with you, just talk to the prospect and let them know, hey, is it okay if I can't follow with you, that Kyron follow up with you, just to let them know and exchange numbers that way. Because if Steven can't follow with the person, then me being a sponsor, I can follow up with them and say, hey, remember me, I'm Kyron, and we already have that rapport, so they know who I am, and we can follow with that person. So just make sure you do 3-way calls, follow up with them, and everybody just stay motivated, man. We're all going to get to the top sooner or later, and we're going to grow together. So That's all I have, Steve.
Awesome, awesome. I mean, those are really good points, Karen, because connection and really just taking that no excuse attitude will definitely make a difference in really just your outcome. Because we're all going to be successful guys. It's just a matter of time. That's all it is. It's just a matter of time. And that's real. I mean, it's just a matter of time. You just got to keep doing all the right activities and being consistent. So, Candace, anything you want to add?
No, I really think that you guys hit it all on the head, guys. We're only, 8 days into June, maybe 9 days into June. So, we got 21 more days left to finish out the month, and we just got to finish it out strong. We're only 8 days, 9 days in, and let's do it. Get them home presentations done, knock out them 3-way calls, get them on the webinar, get them on the conference call. Do what you got to do. This is your business. You're the one who's in the 90K and 90-day challenge, just like I am too. So, don't let anything stop you from getting those people on the call. Excuses is for punks, like I tell my son when it comes to football. He didn't make that touchdown, he'll make an excuse. Oh, I slipped. Whatever. Excuses are for punks. Don't punk out of Wake Up Now. You know what I mean? Get your people on the call. Don't make excuses. I think I said it before. An excuse is a poor man's, what is it? An excuse is, I forget. I thought it was an excuse is a poor man's apology, but either way you look at it, guys, excuses are for punks, and we ain't punks. Nope. So don't make excuses. Get your calls. Get your 3-ways. If you have to call on an upline, do it. Do it. We're all here to make sure everybody's growing and being successful. You're sharing a video. You're doing the text. I'm telling you guys, that text thing that Steve has in the files tab, guys, use it. Use it. Get them on the webinar. Get them on the conference call. Use it to invite them to a home presentation. Whatever you got to do, guys, you got to use all your resources. And, you have to know your market, too. Certain ways of bringing your business up to certain people aren't going to work for everybody. So, you got to kind of evaluate who you're talking to. And, you got to hit their sore spot. If you're just, for instance, my brother just went and bought a new truck last week. So if somebody bought a new truck, what are you going to ask them? Hey, Steve, who's making that car payment for you? Well, I am, Candace. Who else is going to make it? What if I told you my company can make your car payment for you? You got a lot of kids graduating college right now. So a lot of parents are taking, parental loans for tuition, student loans, everything. Hey, Steve, who's going to make that student loan payment for you when your son goes to college in the fall? I'm going to make it. Who else is going to make it? Well, what if I told you my company can make that student loan payment for you? If I told you that, would you like to hear more? Of course I would. How's it? Listen, if you're not comfortable telling Steve about it, and you say, hey, we're having a conference call Monday night, or we're having a webinar Tuesday night, I want you to get on here and hear about it. They're going to tell you how this is all possible with my company. Why do you think I'm in? Who makes that mortgage payment? Right now is the biggest home buying season of the year, from April through July. When people are signing them new mortgages, who's making that mortgage note for you? The answer is always going to be me. Who else is going to make it? Well, what if I told you my company can pay that mortgage for you? If I told you that, would you like to hear more? Simple things, guys. It's the easiest way that you can bring your business up. Don't be scared. Do not be scared. How many people are planning vacations right now? Steve calls you up and says, hey, just checking up on you. What's going on? Nothing much, Steve. What are you doing? Oh, just got done planning a trip to Disney for the kids. Oh, what type of discount did you get on that? Discount? We didn't get no discount. Hey, Steve, what if I told you you could travel for up to 80% off? Would you be interested in hearing about it?
Absolutely. Let me know now.
Right. So, guys, you've got to hit those little, you've got to think about an easier way, not just, even though the slogan's good, hey, my company helps you save, manage, and make money. Well, you're telling me what your company does, but you're not telling me really what your company can do for me. You got to lay out what it can do for them. You got to research your market. Biggest hitter that I have is OneSpeak right now. All of my friends have kids the same age as my son. My son's getting ready to hit the 7th grade. Guess what he got to take next year? Foreign language. So wouldn't it be a good idea to say, hey, Steve, aren't you excited? School's out. They go back in 2 months. And I know you ain't going to be excited paying for that Spanish tutor. What if I told you my company has One Speak, similar, if not better than Rosetta Stone, which could provide tutoring for your child for free? If I told you that, would you be interested? Because it provides it for free because it's part of your membership. You're not paying additional. When you go to Rosetta Stone, you're paying $299 just for them to learn Spanish. Well, what happens if you sign up for Rosetta Stone now to get him started throughout the summer, and he goes to school and realizes now he wants to take German or French? You just wasted $300 on Rosetta Stone. Now you got to turn around and pay for German or French or Japanese or whatever. That's included with us. You know, you run into your girlfriend at the store. She's coming out with her shopping bag of stuff. You know, hey, how are you doing? Nice to see you. You know, blah, 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 blah. What if I told you my company can save you a lot of money on those groceries you just bought? Would you be interested in hearing more? Because 9 times out of 10, when you run into somebody, guys, they're going to say, hey, what's going on? What's up with you? Nothing much, just enjoying, you know, enjoying working from home, building my business, and look at their shopping cart. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Look at their shopping cart and say, you know, hey, what if I told you I can find a way for you to save a lot of money on those groceries you're pushing up out of here? Would you be interested? Just ask them, would you be interested? That they say yes, guys, good. Listen, hey, we're having a conference call, or we're having a webinar, or we're doing this, or I can call you later on tonight, whatever it is. Don't be afraid to bring up your business opportunity to anybody, because I guarantee you every single person you come across, Wake Up Now has something to offer them. There's something in our company that benefits everybody you come across. One, finance. You know, those young kids who are just getting out of college, just getting ready to get their jobs and start making money. One, finance. They're starting to make it. Teach them how to manage it. Teach them how to allocate what goes where. Get out of debt faster. They just get out of college. Now their student loans are kicking in. Bingo. Luxury bonus. We pay your student loan. You know, guys, you have to let your mind think. Everybody you come across. I said it in the one webinar. You have to operate your business on the now mentality, NOW, no opportunity wasted, and everybody you come across is an opportunity. Everybody you talk to, so don't waste that opportunity. I guarantee you, everybody you talk to, there is something in Wake Up Now that's going to benefit them. Something. Rental cars, travel, you name it, we got it. You name it, we got it, and it's just expanding even further, I hear, come September. So, guys, we're sitting on a forefront of an amazing opportunity. Like I say on my conference call, it ain't blown up yet. Just wait for it to, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. But you've got to put your business in front of people. Again, Steve, every time you give me the floor, I take it beyond. I'm going to shut up. But, guys, put it in front of everybody. That's all you got to do. Don't have an excuse. Excuses are for punks, and we ain't punks.
Man. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Candace Bird Davis. She has left the building. No. Now, hey, that was awesome. I mean, I like what you were talking about, Candace, about, you know, we used to call it the whiffum. You got to know, you got to use that whiffum mentality. What's in it for me? If you're pitching something. So, you know, it's really good to really, you know, I like that you brought that up, because it's really good that you really know what's going on in your prospect's life. Like, you know, so when you're going through your warm market and you want to talk to your cousin, and, well, you know, what do you know what's going on within your cousin's life? You know, they just buy a house, like Candace said, they just get a new car, or are they in the market to buy a new car, or, you know she loves shopping, whatever. Find some things that you know that they would be interested in based on the relationship that you already have, and you come at them with that. And that way they can not only get interested in that piece, but also the opportunity aspect of it as well. And then you can give them all the details later. So that was awesome. I like when we were talking about excuses. I know when you're talking about excuses, one of my coaches used to say, back in the day, he used to say, excuses are like buttholes. Everybody got one, and they all stink. So it was like, it just kind of reminded me when you said that. I was like, man, I remember my coach used to say that to everybody, because, you know, coach, I can't do that because I don't blah, 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 blah. He said, Rachel, excuses are like buttholes. Everybody got one, they all stink. Give me 50. Whatever it was, right? I must have did something. I can't remember what it was, so long ago. But that's exactly what it is, guys. So with that said, I think we're
We got 2 questions.
Got 2 questions. Okay, we'll answer these 2, and then we'll go ahead and end it for today, guys. Okay, what's question number 1?
Do we have any Instagram or Pinterest training?
Matter of fact, I've got some training that I'm going to be posting up on my wall. So stay tuned for that here in the next day. There's a lot of information, training stuff on YouTube as well. Of course, you can look at a lot of great information on YouTube when it comes to Pinterest and YouTube. But I was on an Instagram training, I think it was Friday. All I got to say is, oh my God. That's all I got to say. And so look for that. I'll post that information up so you guys can check out that training. So I'll be posting that up. And also a Instagram. There's a Pinterest training there as well. I know there's a Twitter training. So we got some other trainings that I'm going to be leveraging a lot of some of my mentors. They got a lot of great training, so I'm going to be leveraging a lot of what they've already put together, because these are some of the people that I learned from a lot of different things that we do. So this week for me is, when it comes to the team, it's going to be a lot of training. So you're going to see a lot of posts from me training related. So just stay tuned for that. So you're going to see a lot of stuff from me this week relating to all different types of training, different types of tools, resources, things that I use, trainings that I go through, and plus the training I was talking about with Instagram and some of those others, it's just free training, guys. I mean, so if you got an hour and a half of your time to go through that information, oh man, and let me tell you this, it's good stuff. That's all I got to say, because I learned some stuff about Instagram. I even finally downloaded it on my phone. I've been getting Instagram notifications and stuff like that. I never really used Instagram for marketing, but I'm wanting to do some different things that I see a lot of other marketers starting to do as well. So I'm new to it, and but from what I learned this past Friday, I was like, man, this is hot, and it's easy, very simple. So look for that. We'll be posting some information about that, so stay tuned for that.
Okay. Next question was, is there a presentation that they could send their prospects?
Yeah, we actually have a presentation that we got one that's already done, which is more of a draft, but it still works pretty good. Lenace's working on a new marketing system as well. That's going to be pretty interesting. We'll kind of keep you guys posted when that's done. Hopefully that should be done by this week, I believe. But I've got a few videos. I got one which is a very detailed 3-part video explaining the Wake Up Now opportunity. Got another one that I'm going to be producing, which is going to be a real quick, maybe 5-minute, 10-minute, if that, type of just real quick presentation, which is going to be pretty cool, nice, effects and all that good stuff. So we got that coming down the pipe as well, and so kind of just stay tuned. We'll be releasing a lot of new stuff here over the next few weeks for the month of June. So just stay tuned for that, and you'll see some of the things that we'll be putting together. And we got a DVD coming out, new marketing website coming out, some other new videos coming out, and we've been in the lab, guys. I mean, like, for real, trying to put together some pretty cool things for the team. So just stay tuned for that. We got you covered, and because remember, these are things that we need as well. So I mean, we make them for ourselves also, not just for us, but also for the team. So I needed a real quick video as well, and a very good detailed high-end video as well. So those are a few things that I've already, the long one's already done. I've got, the short one to do, and a few other projects that we're working on. So just stay tuned. We got some big things coming. I think that was it, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right, guys. So hey, we'll go ahead and close out tonight, and I really appreciate that. Thanks, Candace, Kyron, Ro. You guys rock. Thanks all the people that are on. You guys are rock stars, like, for real. Why? How I know? Because you're here. That's how I know. And those are people that I like to rock with. And so again, we got a lot of cool things coming down for June. Stay positive. Keep doing your business, guys. Don't give up. just keep learning, implementing. We got some cool things coming down. Start making your plans for September. So if you need to, get a hold of your job about vacation or whatever you got to do to get there, guys. I'm telling you, you won't be sorry. I want to meet you guys. A lot of you guys I've been knowing for like months. I've never met. I met none of. Some of you I know personally, but a lot of you I've never met. Like shook your hand or anything. So it'd be awesome to get a chance to meet and talk and have some fun and really just fellowship with you guys. And so I'm really looking forward to that. So with that, guys, have a good week. Stay tuned for all the new updates we'll be posting up in the groups and everything. And hey, guys, we love you. We'll see you guys on the next training call. And we'll see you guys Tuesday in the webinar. Don't forget about the conference calls. Don't forget about the events. We'll post all that information, guys. I'm telling you, Candace is hosting an awesome conference call. You definitely want to get. I'm telling you, you better not get 5-10 people on that call. They're gonna be in the business. I'm just letting you know. So just letting you know, guys. But anyway, guys, have a good Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you guys over the top.